Hi guys. We made a little change over here in the hair front. And yeah, I thought we could do a look inspired by it. So that's what's on the agenda today. And I'm going to tell you all about this color and the rest of the color in my hair. We'll talk all about that and just create a nice look inspired by the hair color. And yeah, we talk about rewatching Killing Eve, some new holiday releases, and just have a good old time playing in some makeup. So if that interests you, just go ahead, keep on watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe. Let me know down below any other eyeshadow suggestions that you think would look good with this hair. So without further ado, let's go ahead and just get into the makeup. Okay. So let's create a look inspired by this hair, and I'll tell you all about it. So yeah, new hair. We definitely need to do a look inspired by it because I got very inspired. My friend Claire kind of inspired me because she's been talking about marigold and copper hair, and it kind of got in my head a little bit. And then Overtone happened to send over some PR, and this was one of the colors in it, as well as a really pretty black shade. And this is what happened. So I feel like we need to do a look inspired by this. So let's do that. This shade is called Ginger, and I think the black is just called Intense Black. I'll link the products I use down below. And yeah, Overtone is pretty awesome if you're looking for a really good kind of a semi-permanent direct dye type of thing that's really long lasting. And they also have really nice natural colors as well, like this shade here. My most viewed video is me using their rich brown shade to dye my hair. And yeah, their colors are very rich, very, very pigmented, great stuff. So anyway, we're gonna get the hair out of the way for the moment while we film this because it's a little warm in here. It's always a little warm in the old studio. But Overtone's products are very nourishing too, so they're almost like doing a conditioning mask at the same time, so it's really nice. So my hair's feeling very conditioned and very healthy. I didn't use any bleach, I just put the ginger shade over everything that I had that was already blonde, and then I put the black at the roots just to kind of deepen things up. And I try to do like a little bit of a color melt. It shows in the sunlight, but not so much in studio lighting, so I want to do a look inspired by this. So I pulled two palettes that kind of fit the vibe that I want to go for. This one I'm not sure if we're going to reach into or not really, maybe just for like one or two shades, and that's the Ornate palette from ColourPop. You guys remember this? Oh, I love it. And the other palette is going to be Natasha Denona's Metropolis, because there's some fantastic gingery orange shades in here that I think will just tie in really well with the hair. So you know, I think we might be able to get everything done with the Natasha palette. We'll see. But let's dive in. I've already primed my eyes, put my brows on, done my skincare, and put a little bit of e.l.f. Halo Glow on the face. Everything I use is listed and linked below, as always. Let's get started. Hopefully I'm in frame and everything, because I cannot really see my viewfinder. I also changed around my studio lighting a little bit. I adjusted the color to make it a little bit warmer, because sometimes I feel like my videos look a little cold, like the lighting is cold. So let me know if you think it looks a little better. Curious. I'm going to take this fluffy brush, and I think I'm going to start with this shade right here. I'm just going to point to the shades because it's hard to flip the thing around to tell you the shade name, but it's this one right here. And of course you don't have to have this palette. A lot of palettes have these shades. It's this kind of mustard right there. Oh, it's a warm orangey mustard. And we're going to take that through the crease. I am going to do eyes first, and then we'll move into foundation stuff after the fact, because I don't know how messy I'm going to get today. Sometimes I think I'm not going to be messy, and I am. Much like dyeing my hair. Ooh, what a mess I made. If you want to see a little bit of the process, that is in a vlog. I'll link that for you. And showing you everything that came in the PR package, because it was a really, really nice little package. Very cute stuff. I'm just going to build this up a little bit right in that transition area. Wow, that color like almost matches perfectly. Now I have a feeling that this color is going to fade to a really pretty mustardy gold. Just judging by the undertone of the product itself. So I think that'll be kind of fun. Nice fall color. And then maybe in December I'll swap things up. We will see how I feel. Can I tell you how glad I am to have those stitches out of my knee? Oh my goodness. I can move my leg again. I can't even tell they were there. It's such a good feeling. Man, those things were the worst. Well, not the worst, obviously, but they were not fun to have. The nurse taking them out pointed out what a horrible location that they were in. She's like, oh, this is a terrible place to have stitches. Like, tell me about it. Blending that out. All right, we'll probably revisit that shade to do some blending with. I'm going to jump to a little bit of a smaller brush just for some more control. Here, I'm going to jump to this little flat brush, and we're going to go into this shade right here, which is a pretty light kind of terracotta orange. It's one of the cream shades, which is really nice. I don't know why I just tried to tap that off. We'll tuck that a little deeper in. I'm just gonna blend it out a bit. I'm not worried about precision too much today. I just want a nice blown out look. Pretty little gradient of orangey shades. Feeling very much in the fall Halloween spirit right now. Might even take a little bit more of that same shade. It always takes me a little bit longer to get into the fall mood because it doesn't feel like fall here until like mid-October. It stays pretty warm throughout September, so it never really feels very fall-like until about this time of year. In mid-October that it starts to, you really kind of get in the mood for it. But I'm going to be learning to cook gumbo. Not this weekend, but the next, and then this coming weekend I'm cooking salmon patties for my dad. For his, my goodness, I think 74th birthday. Salmon patties are his favorite thing. Salmon patties. It's the first time I'm going to be cooking them. Hopefully I do alright. I'm no chef. Alright, let's try a bit of this bright orange. Just a touch of it. And we'll put that kind of the deepest point. Just a little tiny fluffy brush. So I don't want this color to go everywhere. Just going to use it to deepen up. So they added Killing Eve to HBO, or to Max. That's what it's called now, I guess, Max. And oh boy, have I fell right back in love with that show. I had gotten through season 1 and then never got the opportunity to finish the show. And I finished it last night. And I also purchased the first book. I found out there was books and got very excited. Man, that show's one of the best shows I think ever. Everything about it, the cinematography, the costume, set design, the acting. I absolutely love Sandra Oh. So just everything about it. Sandra Oh is an incredible actress. Have you guys seen the movie called Oma? It's kind of a horror movie with her. Fantastic movie. Very good. That was one of the only horror movies in recent history that I've gone to the theater to see because it's not super duper scary. It's more story. And yeah, very, very good movie. So jealous of Sandra Oh's hair. Like, I wonder if she has put as much effort into it as I do for this. To the curls. Because it looks like we have a similar hair texture. I want to know, like, her hairstyling routine. The curly hair routine. I wonder if that exists online. I'm going to have to Google that. Alright, now I'm going to jump over to maybe a little bit of this orangey brown right here. It's another one of the creamy shades. Same brush. And just take down a little bit of that orangey vibrancy. I like it. I like where this is going. Do just a little bit more of that orange on the outer corner. And a really unique for me an orange smoky eye, but anyway, Killing Eve, yeah. The fashion, the just the scenery, everything about that show, the music, like soundtrack, so good all around. Just incredible show. The book is a good bit different, but not too different, but just different, but still just as good. Like, I'm really loving the book as well. I'm enjoying the writing style. I think the book might even be somewhat more graphic in some ways, but so far the violence hasn't been as extreme. But I'm only like 4 chapters in, so we'll see. But so far, I'm really enjoying the author's writing style. All right, let's take a bit of this copper right here. My hands are stained yellow, and like so, yeah, all my calluses are yellow from the hair color. I forgot to put gloves on, and they sent me gloves. They sent me orange gloves, and I just forgot to put them on. And by the time I remembered, it was too late. Okay, so we're gonna go with this one right here. So just ignore my orange hands, and I have a little bit of a purple tinted ear. And that is from the black hair dye. And take this. I'll put that across the lid. Ooh, yeah, that's the color. Blend that up and out. Oh yeah. So, have you guys seen the new Natasha Christmas palette? The oh shoot, what's it called? Xenon? No, that's not right. It's all the smoky shades. Like, a part of me wants it, and then there's another part of me, it's like, do you need that many variations of black and cool tones? You're not that big a cool tone fan. But there's a part of me that just kind of feels like it'd be nice to have for fun. See, that's one that, like, I think it would accompany the glam palette so well and the I Need a Nude palette. Like, they would make the best trio. If they sold those in a package deal, that would be really cool. Also, the new Pat McGrath collection this year, her holiday, I think is gorgeous. Like, I usually don't care for her holiday launches, but something about this year's, like, the whole set that's like $300, I want it so bad. I don't know why I want it so bad, but I do. It's just every color in it looks so beautiful. And, I mean, Pat's not even like my number one formula. And I know it's not going to be the crazy good formula in it. I know the holiday stuff gets shit reviews. So maybe I'll watch some reviews before I buy any of it. But it just, the cheek palettes and the blushes, just the whole thing, something about it is just like really calling to me. The color stories. Again, not a fiscally responsible decision. That looks nice. I'm going to deepen things up a bit on the outer corner with, I think we'll take this brown. I'll probably bounce between these two browns right here. And see which one suits the vibe best. Which one gets the job done, rather. So I'm going to start with the lighter one, which seems to be kind of doing the job. Let's do the deeper one. Yeah, that looks nice. Yeah, I think I like Killing Eve so much because it kind of, in a way, reminds me of like Girl with the Dragon Tattoo. Like just that, you know, it's not really that much like it. It still kind of is. I think it's a really interesting storyline. I heard at one point that Jodie Comer was floated to play 007. Oh my gosh. I would run to the theater to see that. Her or Idris Elba, I would love to see as 007. Either one. I think would be just really good casting. Or maybe Henry Cavill. Okay, that's my top 3 picks. I'm not a huge James Bond person, but I like the movies with, I don't remember his name. The current James Bond movies. I've enjoyed them. And I kind of like Killing Eve made me want to like watch those because I do like stuff about like spies and intrigue and governments. It's more interesting when it's other governments than my own. Okay, looking cool. Let's do a little bit of maybe this color right up here at the top. I'll put that kind of in the inner part. Let's see how that looks. Add a little bit of variance. Yeah, that looks cool. It brings in just a different little bit of a tone. I still think this might be one of my #1 palettes to ever exist. As far as just all the colors I could possibly want in a palette. Black shade would make it perfection. Maybe like a darker brown. But everything else in here is like just spot on. Alright, just nice kind of copper penny looking. It definitely matches my hair. I love it. Alright, I'm gonna take a little bit of brown eyeliner. I'm gonna take this one from Marc Jacobs. And this is in the shade Brownie. It's just a warmer brown that I have trouble finding a dupe of. Alright, I'm just gonna tuck that right here. I think NARS makes one that's I kind of want that is a little bit of a warm brown. But it might be a little more reddish. Can't think of the name of it now. Dash always uses it. I wanted a little definition, but I didn't want anything harsh. I think that's just right. Yeah, Claire, you're right. My hair does look or my eyes do look quite blue. Okay. I think it might be the eyeshadow kind of done. The only reason I pulled Ornate was because of this particularly. I thought I might want more yellowy in there if I needed it. But this little shade right here called Golden or Gilded, but I think we'll be okay. I might do something with this though for a reel or something. This looks pretty perfect. And we'll put a little bit of gold towards the inner corner. There's this one in here in the middle. It's a little bit sparklier. Let's try a little bit of that. Yeah, that's working. Just want a little bit more of that first shimmer. Alright, I'm going to clean up my fallout and we'll do lower lash line after the fact. Just have a little bit of fallout, nothing much. It's more tidying up the shape. And so I'm going to take just a little bit of face primer to tie this up just a tad. Even though I'm not seeing it, it is showing on the Q-tip for sure. So there's definitely a little more fallout than I want on my face. I'm going to do some underpainting. I'm going to use my Milani contour. Oh, you know who has a cute holiday collection? It's Wet n Wild. I saw that on Trend Mood. It's very cute. Something about it. It's got a foxtrot or something. It's got little woodland creatures. Just the colors and everything look very nice that they chose. This looks like a sweet little collection. But I do want to do a video kind of going over the holiday launches that are interesting to me, because there's a few. And there's some that really... Yeah. Did you even try? I don't love doing consistent new release videos type of thing. Just because there's so much comes out and it's just... I'm almost who cares? It's just too much. It's overwhelming. They're not the easiest videos to edit either. Okay. They're very time consuming. Let's do a little bit of some cream blush. I'm going to take this lipstick from Jason Wu in the shade Cannoli. Just an orangey shade. And it always just makes a gorgeous blush. And I'm not going to be shy with it either. Since we're going to be doing concealer and foundation over top. Yeah, you can kind of go a little in. I know everyone's really excited about the new Dennis and Meyrick's palette. It's the super multifunctional mattes and creams and just neutral shades for you do your whole face in. I don't know why I have zero interest in that. Which I really like Dennis and Meyrick's. But there's that I think it's fantastic for a working makeup artist though. It's just not anything I'm intrigued with. And she's got a new Lightworks palette, I believe, as well. That looks quite pretty. It has some nice like greens in there. For concealer, I'm going to use the IRL Filter Finish concealer. I'm really liking this concealer a lot. And foundation, we're going to go with the Bare Minerals Original Liquid Foundation. My skin's been a little on the dry side, so I feel like this is a good option for today. We're just going to do a pretty sheer application. And let everything get nice and buffed together. Should I cover that purple here? So do you have any Halloween plans yet? I think we are going to go to a little party at a kind of bougie bar called the Mirror Room. It's been here since like the 20s. And we're going to go to that, I'm thinking. Don't know what I'm going to dress up as. Or any of that part of the equation. I have one friend that usually does a huge party. And I don't know if they're doing it this year. I don't recall getting an invite. I might have to check Facebook, because they send them out like months in advance. So I might have to go back and check and see if I RSVP'd to that and forgot. But my husband's actually off work this year, so he gets to go out with us. He usually has to always work on the fun days. See, it looks pretty good. Skin's not looking too dry. And I barely used any foundation that I pumped out. This is the brush that had the cream blush on. Just gonna kind of bring that back to life a little bit. All right, and let's set all this down with, I'm gonna use Halo Glow Powder under the eyes. Actually, I might just use this on the whole face. Almost done with this shade. I have a backup. But yeah, Halloween costume suggestions. Leave them down below. Alright, with the brush I applied my powder under my eyes with, I'm just taking it just around these edges. And that is a great way to ensure that things look blended. Is a brush with like a little bit of face powder on. You can really make sure things look diffused at the edges. It's a little trick. Okay, now let's do under lower lash line. I'm gonna take this little brush again. I'm gonna go into the yellow tone shade. Just run that along. All right, and we'll do more terracotta shade. And a touch of the orange. Just right towards the more outer part. Again, letting it blend up into the upper eyeshadow. I'm liking it. All right, let's take the shimmer we used on the lid. Actually, before we do that, I'm going to take the darker brown that I used on the outer corner. Just kind of deepen up right there. Now I'll take the shimmer and graze that along. A smaller brush here. I can get controlled application. Can I paint that right on, like so? And we'll go with that brightest shade we used. This one right here. We'll put that on the inner part. For some sparkle. This one's very sparkly. I am going to take some powder bronzer just to liven things up a little more. I'm going to use Clean Bee from Melt. Just a product I love using as a bronzer. It's pretty and glowy. My skin's been kind of dry, like surface dryness. So I'm in the mood for a little more glow. I think it might be that Glow Recipe salicylic acid drying me out. I'm not sure. I have a feeling it might be the culprit, or just the weather changing as well. A little bit both. It's mostly just my face that's itchy, not my rest of my body. So I'm thinking it might be more the skincare. Put a little bit of blush on. Some powder blush now, because I like to layer Luminoso. Just feel like the right color to go with. And for highlight, I'm just going to take this white gold one from e.l.f. It said you could highlight, but I don't see it listed on like e.l.f.'s products anymore, like on their website. But I know you can still find it in the store. I think that's going to be skin done. I am going to add some faux freckles in because I think freckles would just kind of look cute with this. So I'm going to do that and touch my brows up, and we'll be right back. All right, let's do some mascara and we'll do lips. I'm going to curl my lashes. I'm actually going to use a little bit of lash primer that I have lying around. This is the Lancome Faux Cils, I believe. Cils Booster. So I want to be lashy, but I don't want to put on falsies. And we will go in with Falsie Surreal. If I remember, I will also link some Dupe palettes if you don't have Metropolis or want to find it online. I think there's definitely a lot of dupes out there for the colors that we use today. Good on the mascara front. Now, what should we do on the lips? I think I'm going to use Cool Brown from ABH. Alright, and over top of that, I'm going to use this lip gloss from e.l.f. This is one of their Mint Melt Gloss lip plumping glosses, and this is in the shade Chocolate Chip. It's very pretty. Warm brown gloss. Oh yeah. I'm pretty sure you can still find this at Walmart. And if I can't find it, I'll try to link a dupe. Alright, I love that color. And here we are with our completed look with our new hair. What do you guys think? I'm loving it. I'm loving it right now. This is really fun for the fall season. I think I'm gonna hang on to it till December and we'll see what happens. But so far, I'm digging this. Like, I was nervous at first with this hair color. Like, I was just kind of nervous of how it's gonna turn out. I think it looks really cool. And yeah, so that is all for today. Thanks for hanging out with me and creating a look inspired by this new hair via Overtone. Yeah, let me know your thoughts down below, and if you have any suggestions and what other eyeshadow looks will look good with this, let me know, because yeah, it'd be kind of fun to experiment and play and just see what suits it. All right, I'll see you guys in the next one. Stay safe and stay spooky. Bye now.